we are live again. Da, 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 do, do, do. See if I can share this for you guys in the chat. Boom. Alright, so let's get started with this freaky thing floating in the sky. Oh, Kirsten, Kirsten! Look at that! It's supposed to be Diva. What the fuck? Oh, okay, Kirsten. Hold on, it gets even better, look. Oh, man, it disappeared. Oh, dang. Alright. So, what do we roll out with here? Alright, so we roll out with... After that first map, I kind of figured they were gonna have that... they were gonna keep with that Rhine Zarya, hence the pharmacy. Due to us pausing and switching servers, they knew we were running the pharmacy, therefore they pulled out double hit scan because they're a bunch of cunts and fuck off with that bullshit. But it is what it is, so let's just kind of play through it, see what happens.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Actually, hold on, so I want to watch it from our pharmacies. So we got pop off a shot of 2. Alright. Okay, I like taking good angle. We should be checking. So they pause it. They swap off the Widow to the Mei, so we should be checking. We should be watching that so we know we can play a little bit more aggressive now. So I don't. Okay, hold on. So we're already running. I don't like the way our fair was playing already. The whole point, like, the pharmacy has to be getting as much value before the fight initiates, or they just don't have the value. So, like, I know, so we played back because they had the Widow, but we should be watching that they don't have the Widow. And so we shouldn't be playing that far back. Even if they had the Widow, we needed to be playing on this clock tower, because this is the best angle. Back here, you only have up and down. And there's just 2 up here. You can get those pop shots in. You can be low pop shot. You can be medium pop shot, high pop shot. You can be anywhere on there, and you're able to hit them. God damn it! Hit them as they're coming in. So this whole time we're not getting any effective shots in, and so even though the Reinhardt's still in choke, they get through pretty much unscathed. And now, so if we can look at it too, now you have, let's see, where's the McCree at? Okay, hold on, we can't see it like that. So the McCree, now you're here, the McCree has you dead to rights. I don't think he kills you if I remember correctly, but you're dead to rights. Up here you still have the cover that you need. So and like the whole thing, all of the pharmacy is we're getting this big damage in before the fight happens. So now we're just kind of in a bad spot now. Their comp does a lot better on these close engagements. So if we look at Lightning has taken, I like this angle by Lightning here. He's making, I don't think the main notices him yet, so good angle. Good angle of that. And let me back up this so I can kind of see a little bit more. We're huddled up. We have Ryan, Diva, Moira in the hunting lodge, all really low, trying to heal up. So we're kind of split up. So let's see. So we lose our Reinhardt to a fire strike. I boost in, try and contest a little bit, and Lightning, why'd you give up that angle? Let's see. Okay, shoot, shoot, shoot. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so you, okay. It's a good angle so far. I wish you could see my face right now. It's a what the fuck face. Because what the fuck? So let's start out here, okay? So from here, this spot, by the way, you could have rotated right and taken that angle over there as well. We both would have been fine. Neither, the one to the right and where you go, neither of them are bad. Just another option for you. Okay. So we flash, don't find anyone. Alright, so this is where my what the fuck happens. Alright, so we're gonna shoot at this May, which is good. Alright, we shoot at her. Okay, so we see, she goes into ice block. Okay, we have flash in 4. More like 3. Cause it's, I think you're like halfway through the 4, so, but we'll say 4. So, she's gonna, and so, if she stays in the block to get back that full health, you'll have flash. And if you, if she jumps out early, you should be able to one-tap her in the head or two-shot her. Gotta be confident, you gotta take that fight. Alright? Instead, you just leave, and you rolled to reload, so you had that, so you had 6 shots, alright? And you could have expanded the distance a little bit. You know she doesn't have wall, you expand the distance so she can't freeze you as easily, and you're good to go. And then, alright, so then we go, look at, that is a bare minimum 4 seconds, 3 seconds of useless, wasted time. We're gonna hit this hard, alright? So 320 to 316 is your first shot. That's 4 seconds completely wasted because you fanned the hammer and just had to reload. It's the little things that causes the losses. We can't do shit like that. That's actually kind of irritating, to be honest. And now, because you didn't finish off that May, now she's going to be coming up behind. So, and then we lose the fight completely off of that. So, I mean, we didn't lose the. I should rephrase it. We didn't lose the fight because of that lightning. We just, that was when we lost the fight off of that. All right, we switched to the Lucio and the Diva. I'm sorry, the Lucio and the May off of the pharmacy. Okay, so I know what happens. This is what I watched back the other day, and I kind of got a little bit frustrated. Okay, so I know here. So actually, we can watch from my angle, so so y'all can understand why I made this call out when I did. Okay. Okay. So we know. All right. So we've come out here. Alright, boom. So right there, I see that there is a Rhine and a Zarya in front of us. I can see there's 3 on the payload. The one we're missing is that we don't know where the 6th member is. We have 5 accounted for. So, where are the other ones? That's what I'm getting at, okay? So, I immediately call to push hard on the payload, and we burst those 3 that are down there. So that's why I called this out, because I recognize that those people are pushed up, and even if they have a Lucio with them, they're not gonna, they just see us going up top of the castle, they're gonna assume that we're taking the high ground. They're not expecting us to push onto the point there, so that's why I made that call out. And I think we do it kind of quickly. Okay, we didn't do it quickly, and it was very confusing. Like, this is the stuff that's so frustrating. We gotta clean this stuff up. We should, actually, we'll do a practice this week. on just following random directions. Yeah, so we just, like, I don't feel like the directions were confusing if I remember correctly. It felt like it was just push hard to the point. I don't know. I didn't feel like those were confusing directions. But because we came in so split, we got 4 on Lightning and, or I'm sorry, Moira and McCree are still coming over. Alright, so this is where I got really frustrated actually watching this, because this is fucking really bad. Alright, so we're gonna go down to half speed here. So we get our Reinhardt, we pin in, we're freezing, and we get a kill. We get a kill onto their McCree. Okay, so now at this point, we got, because the Zenith, or I'm sorry, because our Moira and our McCree were lagging, they're now on the wrong side of things. Actually, our McCree being over here is okay. That's okay. A little bit riskier for what we're about to do, but our Moira being out there is just not okay. It's not acceptable. Our Moira's got to be right on top of, like, this is why we run, like, sorry, it's not why we run them, but if we're running the Moira, our Moira's got to be on top of our tanks. We have to be paying attention. We got to make sure that we're playing, maybe not right on top of our tanks, I should say, right, but, you know, with our Rhine, with our Maze, we got to be communicating. We got to be paying attention. We have to, when we go into these matches and scrims and stuff, we got to be playing on our toes. Right now, it just feels like we're playing like on our heels, and we're just like taking 30 years to think about something. We got to be thinking on our toes. We got to be reacting fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. It can't be 1, 2, 3. So, okay. So, quarter speed. We get a. So we kill the. We kill their McCree. We freeze the Lucio. The Reinhardt boops. Boops 2 out of the way and pins our Reinhardt. Really far away. Really far away. Alright, so we use Coalescence here because we know that our Reinhardt got pinned, which is fine. I'm 100%. It's really hard to have a bad Coalescence. You get that thing so fast. So Lightning, this is one of the. So this is what I'm talking. If we were communicating and reacted correctly and fast enough and made sure that we had everyone, you would have pushed onto the payload, and I would have wanted you right here, literally on top with us. Because you and Moira got late, you were cut off. Instead of pushing on, but you have to recognize, let's look from your POV.
Back in the saddle again.
Yeah, like, I mean, this just takes so long. So you have to recognize, okay. Now you're seeing, okay, they're going to be pushing on, right? You got to be recognizing that. So now instead of, and you're staring at the Zarya, you have to be thinking, what is this Zarya going to do? You know, what are her options? She stays up there, she pushes the point, or she pushes back to the guard shack. Those are her 3 options. And you dropping here is good for her, for all 3 of them. What you needed to do is you needed to like, literally at this point, you need to recognize this Zarya is either going to push me or stay there. If she pushes, or I'm sorry, pushes forward to the payload. If I stay here and she pushes the payload, I am dead. If I stay here and she pushes the guard shack over here, nothing happens. If I stay here and she doesn't do anything, then she still has a better angle. You needed to stay up here, and now if you're right here, she pushes the guard shack, you can actually hit her from the back a little bit. If she pushes the payload, you hit her, and if she stays there, you're even now. But you don't do either of that. You just stand there and or push forward, and the Zarya, you just put yourself in danger right on top of that Zarya. Alright, so now back over here to the main fight. Now we're starting to get split up again, okay? So we're fighting, we got a 2v1 over here, good. Armor is focusing their Reinhardt and our Reinhardt. That's really good. And then our other 3 are right here. So where do we go off of this, okay? So, alright, so, more, that's good, we're still supporting. At this point, honestly, you could turn away and support the other, the rest of the team, but that's fine, we're still all healthy, and all of us turn back to the point, okay, so that's good. We got a good May wall there, too. Alright, so they wall off, and actually you do turn back, Casenith, so perfect. Alright, so we get a kill on their Reinhardt, alright, so now it's a 5v, it's technically a 5v4, but their Moira's out in Narnia, and so we have a 5v3 on the point. They use wall, we use wall, alright, so the turtle up. So how do we play this? Because it's still a 5v4. Alright, so we should be focusing this Mei. Alright, so we get a kill on the Mei. How do we lose this fight? Alright. I mean, and do have to keep in mind, our McCree will take a while to get back, okay? So I know I called a push, I believe it was me calling up to push up here. Try and get to Zarya. She bubbles. We go for the wall. Couldn't quite get it. Well, we walled her off, but on the other side where we couldn't do anything about it, so. And then, we couldn't quite finish off that Lucio. So now we're going to be down 1 because our McCree's gonna be... Alright, so we're actually completely even because we get a pick off and our McCree's coming back. Our Reinhardt is full health. Alright, so this is the part. We have literally never done this. Anytime we have spawn camped on Icon World, we have never backed up this far. And this is why I got so frustrated and pissed off watching this. I can only sit over there if you don't have your phone blasting. Alright. Because literally your shit is so loud. Alright. This is where I get so frustrated because we gave up ground. Like if it's a 6v5, maybe we give up the ground. But it's a very low maybe. I still wouldn't want to give up the ground at 6v5. That's one of the things we've started to change. Is just because it's a 6v5 doesn't mean we need to be backing up and giving up space all the way. But we got a pick off. In our recrease here, we got a 6v5 towards our side. And we're gonna back all the way up to here. This is such a bad call. This is an atrocious call. I can't even describe how fucking terrible this call was. And now Ethan's in. Ethan or Reinhardt wants to hold forward. This is what we should be doing. We have the advantage. It's a 6v5. We can hold the castle. We have the choke. Fucking hold forward. And we're calling to back off for no. And then our diva drops down to contest. We're backing off for no. Oh my god, it was such a bad call. Alright, so they grab. I gotta move on, but oh my fucking god, that's such a bad call. Oh, also, I should have said this before we get started. No one is ever getting picked on individually. Everyone is on the chopping block for getting mistakes pointed out. It's never about one person. There's no grudges. I'm never pointing out one person just because I don't like that person. Alright, so if I see something that I don't agree with and I don't like and I think is egregious, I'm going to point it out, period, no matter who it is, myself included. So don't feel like I'm ever calling anyone out specifically. If I call you out, it's because you made a mistake. So, and we're here to improve it. So, with that being said, we are never, ever going to back up like that ever again. That was fucking terrible. Alright, so they use grab, we use shatter, we stun, 1, 2, we got 3 off. Unfortunately, they have sound barrier. Obviously, they've been on Lucio the whole time, and we haven't been. So, they sound barrier this. And it's kind of a wash at this point. They still have the advantage, obviously, because they have sound barrier. Our Mei is off fighting by herself, so she's going to die here. And we get shattered. So, It's another terrible. What is with our maze and terrible ults? So we are actually still somehow alive, even though we got shattered and our Mei was cut off. Committing the I'm in the Rhines low. I'm okay with this blizzard. I mean, a bunch of us are low, but this is a good blizzard. This fight is still in flux. No one has beat anymore. But we dropped the Mei ult like all the way back here. It's again. Where are they going? I mean, actually, no one's here right now anyway. So it's just a battle.
It's high noon.
And we use High Noon. They use Blizzard, and they just get more value for those two. Yep. So lightning drops. We reset on point. Good. All right. Seneth uses Fade and it dies on point. All right. So the reset was fine. Alright, so I want to get lightning to the high ground here. This has to be a habit. We are leaving it way too much just for the diva to say, alright diva, go contest the high ground. And teams aren't leaving one person up there on the high grounds anymore. They're bringing everyone. And we can't just say, divas, go contest the high ground. We have to say, alright, we need Lucio. It needs to be 2 people from now on, period. I made lightning. I made you come up here because this was a disgustingly good angle. They don't have that diva. Literally the only thing that can touch you up here is that Lucio once we get them off the high ground. So this is the stuff we have to be doing we have to be communicating this without babysitting. We shouldn't have to be saying, micromanaging where everyone's positioned. We should just know that we have to take this high ground. So we still push up. Alright, well, the Lucio tries to push up. He doesn't go. Alright, so now look, the Lucio's not even on the high ground. So now it's a 2v1 up here. Lightning between you and the... I booted the Mei off. Alright, so now this is where the fight's gonna... Now, we are in control of this fight, by the way. They got... Their McCree is frontlining with their Reinhardt. We have our... Where's our Mei? Is that our Mei inside of the Moira? Yeah, so our Mei, so we have our front line good. I'm up here with lightning. Alright. We got the Lucio's kind of being obnoxious. Which I lose Mac, which sucks, obviously. But we have that control of what we need. Alright, but you gotta kill that Lucio. Alright, so we get the kill. In the meantime though, we did pop Coalescence. And now the fight should be turned. We get the Fire Strike. We wall off. We focus the Mei. Okay. Seneth goes no, lightning hit the Moira. Okay, good. So now I push up to try and get mech back here. We got lightning on the high ground, still perfect. Ging's up here with us. Good. That's where we should be. Alright, so now this is where we were scouting. Alright, where are they pushing us? Are they pushing like through the castle? Are they pushing towards point? So they push us. They're pushing the high ground, which is fine. I got my mech back. And I mean, nothing we can do about this, obviously. But that's fine. We made them push the high ground, actually. So let's time this. Because I talk about this, seeing how long it takes. Okay. When do they have people coming in? Alright. So let's wait for it. So 242-ish.
All systems checked out.
242 to 228. So that's 14 seconds that it took just for them to... I give you a foot massage. Last time I do that, then. So that was 14 seconds that they wasted doing that. All right, so Our diva's over there. We're over here. Good. We also should be ready. We should be ready to take advantage. I would say we should be ready to take advantage of moving our McCree back to the high ground there. But I forgot we did this. High noon. But this is one of those things. I'm pretty sure we hold the high noon here, which is what we should be doing. If we have our, especially if we have our full strength Rhine shield, we just pop it and we just stand here, and we charge it up. And we get a great high noon. Lots of damage. You almost got that many. It was really close. So that's I mentioned it on Oasis that we shouldn't be afraid to hold our high noons, and that was a perfect example. All right, so we still got to be careful though. It's a 6v5. We're on the bridge. They can definitely be booping us, but we get to finish off to the Zarya. We call Lucio coming to boops, and we get the Reinhardt, and that should be that. What? You want a Bob? What? No. Alright, so now we reset, and we go again. And we get lightning on the high ground, make sure our Lucios are taxing. Alright, so, same thing. Minute 43, or 44, we'll say. Alright, let's see what we do. We rotate away. How did I miss this fire strike as Diva?
Check this out. Heal up. Let's hustle.
Watch your back.
Check this out.
Get through this.
Me standing completely still.
Heal up.
Defense matrix activated.
Check this.
What? It had to be freaking pixels.
Get through this.
Damn it, I missed it.
Get through this.
Alright, slow down. Oh, actually not really close. Actually, that was, whew. Man, that was close. That was really close.
Taking off.
As bad as that is, though, we still have our Blizzard, our Coal, and our Shatter, so all is not lost.
冻住，不许走。
Alright, so now, see, this is a much better Blizzard. You know, they've committed into going onto the point, and now we know that our Blizzard right here is going to get 3 people. That's a much better Blizzard. Alright, and we're committing our coalescence as well, okay. I don't know if we needed that Shatter. Let's look at it from your POV.
My will made real.
Enemies here.
We'll watch it in real time. Sure. I guess. And then we get to 2, and that should be that. We gotta not let Lucio boop us off like that. Alright, so our Lucio just got back. Yeah, I definitely know for a fact that y'all did not say that you weren't able to push up. Like, I know we just won that fight and that was good and all, but god damn, that is frustrating. And then we let 2 of us get booped off. There's Zarya through. And so this is one of the battles, right? They have it kind of on point, but by the time the payload gets pushed to the end, it won't be covering anything. So that is a bad ult on their part, and that is the ults we've been using. So I expect Ethan to die here. Or Reinhardt, yep. All right, we get the Lucio in the high noon. I boost out, make sure we get to touch because I still think it's winnable. We get a stun. I use bomb here. Oh man, that was almost really good placement. I do get the oh man. So I got to McCree. Our beat was literally a fraction of a second late for me to get in there. We get our Lucio in the beat and we get our McCree though, so 2 out of 3 is not bad. It's not what we want though. Alright, so now still a 2v3. Is it in their favor? They're coming back as ball. Actually, yeah, this should be their fight. This should be their fight. We got our Lucio, so our Lucio dies now, and we wall off. So we got 3 here, with none of them with ult. They have 5. Okay, how do we win this? All right, well, let's watch. So we get a freeze on there and kill their Mei. Perfect. All right. So make sure we got our healing orb going. All right. All right. So they are not focusing anything.
Allow me to repair the
Oh no! Look at something real think. Oh, look at something.
I must reflect upon this. 30 seconds remaining. This will heal.
All right, healing orb. Alright, make sure when we're using our fades, we're not just fading straight into a payload like that. Use the mobility appropriately. Alright, now I'm back, and now actually it is our fight. Alright, everyone's really low though. How did they not kill our Mei? Definitely should have been able to. Good wall. It's still a pretty even fight though. We still gotta we gotta make sure we get someone here. We lose our Moira, so honestly it's pretty close. We get to shatter. We kill the Moira. I think we kill the ball here. Do we kill the ball here? Please kill the ball. I shut down the high noon. Alright. Then we get to kill on the Hammond. I booped the McCree back. How come we didn't block the shatter? We're singing, we shatter, big shatter, okay. Yep, alright. We gotta make sure we're watching for our Reinhardt there. Someone needs to be making sure we're paying attention to spawns so he knows that the Reinhardt is coming back. Alright, so he gets a shatter on 2-3 though, alright. So actually, that actually could have turned the fight. I call out to make sure to actually kill that McCree because he's been one the whole time. Man, we took too long to kill the McCree. We invest coalescence. And we have Blizzard. See, this is a good Blizzard. They have to touch the point. We get a freeze on them. I want to take a look at our coalescence though. Our coalescence positioning.
Surrender to my will.
So like when you pop coalescence here, right? You're using it right on top of them, right? All, you know, you're all right here. You're getting swung on. Don't be afraid, and I keep saying don't be afraid a lot. To, you know, extend your LOS to come out over here. I wouldn't go over here. This is a bad spot, but it's the same theory. Or even honestly coming out here and juking out the Tracer, but standing where the Reinhardt can just swing at you without... He can't miss. So, it's just that's not worth staying right there. Then we get a freeze on the Reinhardt. We get a freeze on the Moira. Alright, we should kill her. We do. And that should be that. Yeah. Then we shattered again, okay. A little bit sloppy, not the greatest, not the worst.
0 to 1. Switching sides.
Alright, so on offense, we have our Mei Symmetra strat. We just gotta make sure we keep that in our back pocket.
Ready. Ready for battle.
Okay.
5,
Where we got our peeps.
3, 2, 1.
Alright. I know we get like 90% off of this. And the reason I went Winston here instead of the Diva is that I can put pressure on the Rein shield. Or the Reinhardt. We... oh God, our Reinhardt didn't get over. Alright. Our Reinhardt didn't get over, so that's rough. I mean, but we get set up here. Anyway. Which is, I mean... sloppy, but we got there. Alright, but... so, honestly, so because our Reinhardt didn't quite make it, he was able to, actually swing by and get to McCree. So, that's okay. If, actually, it would have been, if our Lucio didn't, if our Lucio made it and wasn't with our Reinhardt, then it would have been bad. But because he was, we were okay. So, how do we lose a 6v5? Alright, we're zapping. Where's our Symmetra? Alright, so looks like we're focusing, like, looks like two different things. So like this is like that disconnect I'm talking about. Our Reinhardt is over here getting murdered, and our Moira, and there's just that disconnect. He's not with our Mei, not with our Symmetra, and not with our Moira. Well, one, he was on the very edge of your range right there, our Moira's range, and two, you were just like, your crosshair was just like not healing him. Like that's a simple mechanical thing right there. Your crosshair was just literally not on him to heal him. So let me slow it back down. So I think I go to chase Lucio. Or I'm sorry, I think our Winston goes to chase Lucio. Which is bad. I shouldn't be doing that. We do get a kill onto their Reinhardt though. So now it is a 5v3. And I say to go in here and kill this Zarya. And we do. We lose our Mei because of it.
Calm yourself.
I am body blocking, or I'm sorry, our Winston's body blocking for our Symmetra. Gotta keep him alive. Her alive. And we don't. So.
Allow me to repair the damage.
So we do lose off of that. So really we lost that fight because we lacked the appropriate focus fire. We had, you know, our Ryan swinging off, our Mori missed the healing, our Winston went off for the Lucio, and then our Mei pushed in. Oh yeah, so with that Zarya though, our Mei was in the lodge by herself again, so just bad play. We swap off the Symmetra and the Winston, go to McCree D.Va. Okay, they're on the Tracer instead of the Mei here. We got 95, so we still have our 66% here. Alright, so actually I want to rewind that real quick. Alright, so this is, let's see here, one of the things. So we have, so this is what I'm talking about, like this is such a big disconnect. Our Ryan is shielding over here, and our squishies are still back in the choke. So that's just really bad. That's how we keep getting picked off before the fights even begin. Alright, so we initiate with our coalescence, alright. We are completely wasting it. We also gotta make sure we're not just face tanking that fire strike.
Surrender to my will.
Alright, so we go in with our coalescence. Alright, so this is a good initiation. Alright, but we're wasting it shooting at a tank. Alright. So, and that's one of those spots we just gotta be aware. You know, we shouldn't be this, you know, if you're where you got booped, you're like all the way over here. This angle provides nothing extra of value. You know, this spot right here is perfectly fine, and we're not gonna get booped using that spot. We do trade, not a good trade though. Our healer is more important. We kill the Reinhardt though, and we should win off of that. Yeah, so then we win off of that. So we go into second with 4 minutes, and they actually held us for 4 minutes. Alright, so we push to the high ground. This is what I want to do. And we make them come and move us off, okay? Make sure we're out all the way. Alright, good. So, you know, it does suck that we couldn't hold the high ground, so now they have a good spot on us, but nothing we could really do about it unless we committed our whole team up there and had D.Va push the payload. So they go in with Blizzard, I eat it, we go in with Blizzard. This one's better than the previous ones, but it's still very just static. You know, it's freezing to people right in front of us. So no one, and then no one just call. We can't. It can't be on our Reinhardt to always identify. We gotta have eyes. Everyone has eyes on the team to identify where this Reinhardt is. And they actually turn this fight around off of that shatter. Yeah, so we gotta make sure we're all watching, we're all having awareness of where the Reinhardt is, so we can call it out. I mean that's very quick, but we can't just leave it up to Ethan and say, hey Ethan, block that shatter. All right, so confusion again. Yeah, just yeah, confusion again. We needed a Reinhardt with us. Ascendant. That's what we need to be doing though, right there, Ascendant. We used, even though it's not a deal though, we use our fade to get up to here, so that we got here without taking damage, without dying. It's just so often it feels like, all right, well let's just walk up here and then we get bursted. Like just use our cooldowns if we have to. Is it what we want to do? No. But if it is the only way you can get somewhere without dying, then just do it. Alright, so we push in here. I try and get a boop off, boop on a couple. I got we booped this Zarya down. We get a good wall onto their Mei. And we should just, honestly... Usually I'm not a fan of sitting there and confirming a kill. Oh, I went past the sun. So we just weren't paying attention to Lucio. Alright, so we trade. Alright. Again, not an ideal trade, but it's all we got. Somehow Lightning, you stay up here despite the boop. Alright. And despite the second boop. Okay, so we still have a bunch of stuff here. What's our play? We should be just straight up just high nooning on the high ground and just waiting it out.
It's high noon.
Good, that's what we do. Okay, so the McCree is pushing our Moira. Okay, so how does this 1v1 look like?
Perhaps a new methodology is required. Surrender to my will.
So the way that should have played out is that
Perhaps a new methodology is required.
don't hold your fade here. It's a 6-second cooldown, right? So you start the 1v1 fade. You just got hit twice. Fade. Even though you're already behind the cover of the car, fade away.
Your strength
Okay.
ends.
And then here,
Surrender to my will.
throw your heal. You need to be throwing either your healing or your damage orb because it's on cooldown, and you're getting ready to pop coalescence. Use the orb; it can provide you with that extra life just to make sure before your self healing kicks in. All right. Now, why? Let's see. Did we hold our high noon?
It's high noon.
Yeah, just keep holding it though. Our own Mei wall blocked it. That's an easy fix. Mei, drop your wall, and just hold it. Just hold it. So now we drop. We go for the shadow. Get a stun onto the Reinhardt. Okay. they beat and they got their whole team. That's a good job. They commit grav. We beat. So we beat to counter the grav, right? So now we're all alive. We get a kill onto their Reinhardt, and we should be focusing. Looks like we're actually focusing the Moira. We get a kill onto their Mei. I eat the High Noon. All right. So I know. So we go for the Moira. Good. All right. So decent fight. That McCree is really low. Oh, we kill him with a fire strike anyway. So. Pretty good. So coming into this fight, they gonna have Shatter and Coalescence and Blizzard, and we will have just Blizzard and maybe High Noon. So this should be their fight to win. Is basically what I'm saying.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Gale the Mahal.
Excuse me. I go for the scoop, and it does not work on the Diva, so I get stunned, lose back, and die here. They used Earth Shatter and only hit me, and so we should just go ahead and back off with that. Yeah, yeah, good, we back off. Those fights that we do take that are 6v5, we have to have a distinct advantage. You know, we have to have our combo that we want to use, or for whatever it is. So that was a good back off though. So alright, so now we can come in here, and we are wrapping. What we should have done here. This is a good enough play, but the better play would have been to just come straight through the castle and just straight back here and straight onto the point. And now we have control of the bridge, and they have to come into us. So this is good. This is okay though. Now we have our High Noon in that. We have a decent spot.
It's high noon.
We go for our High Noon. Okay, good. We held it. That was perfect. Let's watch that. Alright, so we hold it, we're holding it. Good, that's perfect. We saw the bubble and we just waited. Perfect, alright. Now we got our pick. We go in with Coalescence. Alright, so we Blizzard. This is the Blizzard that I like. We do have to remember that LOS, you need LOS on Snowball. So these people are not getting frozen while our wall is up. But that is a better ultimate. I would have preferred it a little bit further forward, but that's better than what it has been. You're just blocking LOS with your own snowball, or with your own wall. They come back with their own Blizzard, and we shatter. Yeah, we shatter. I guess we didn't shatter anyone. That was weird. All right, our McCree gets booped off. Where was our McCree playing?
It's high noon.
Get a kill, good.
Freeze! Don't move! 动住！不许走！
Yeah, just don't. I know you rolled in that, and you're wanting to stay in, but you should try and hug the railing at the bare minimum. So. Alright, so our McCree gets booped off. We shattered. Nice. So, alright, so their Blizzard is overlapping, like almost right on top of our Blizzard. So everybody's frozen. Their Lucio just fucks up and falls. Okay. Alright, I am body blocking while frozen. Now their Moira commits to the point. Alright, so as this stands, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in a mech. They have a McCree and a Moira, so this should be ours. I get booped off, or I jump off. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. Diva's still alive. We get a wall onto the McCree. Perfect. We kill the Moira. And I don't like the beat. We should have saved it, but we killed the McCree. Good, we killed the McCree. We killed the Zarya. We're in Grav. And this is why I wanted us to save that beat, because now they have Grav coming back and we could have actually used it there. We're swinging. Who are we focusing? We should be focusing the Mei. Alright, so we have to swap off the Mei now. Lightning came back on the Tracer, good. We get a boop on the Mei, okay. So this is why stall fights are so scary. Now they're back. We have a couple people low. This is where fight gets sloppy though. We gotta get a target down. Gotta get a target down.
Now show them.
Killing the Doomfist, okay, good. Now they commit Coalescence. We shatter and get no one. And now they just use beat. Yeah, we got, just because we had the advantage and, you know, we have those, we still got to use them in a smart manner. I know we're just kind of yeeting that shatter out there trying to get someone, but not getting someone hurts. And then we get the Coalescence of 3, and now it just clears off of that. So overall, better than Oasis for sure. There's still a lot, there's still a lot of times where the same problems are just persisting. So again, our Reinhardt, make sure we're shielding, we're ferrying people through all the way through the choke. Make sure we're ferrying people all the way through the choke. Our divas, make sure when we go for that scoop play, we are, just be careful that we don't get stunned. I say we because it's Dark and I, but I mean I was the one who got stunned there. Let's see, TPS. Mei ults still are just not good enough, to be honest. We blocked our, it took us a second to drop our own wall that was blocking LOS, and then we needed to just push them further forward. Lightning, actually, honestly, pretty good round. Very good round. You held. Finishing the stream if you were actually watching. Lightning though, very good. Honestly, only the two things is, on that bridge you gotta be really careful Lucio doesn't boop you. And then on that first point, I know it's such a small thing that I saw, that's just fan the hammer, but it's the little things that you win and lose in Overwatch. So you gotta get out, and that's a habit thing. That's not oh, let me do this because I thought about it. That's a habit thing that you've done and you've been doing, and that's why you gotta get rid of it. Moira, just be aware again of our positioning, especially with our coalescences. They extend very far. Take those long angles so you can get multiple healing and damage going in with them. We kind of wasted some of the what's the thing I'm thinking of? Potential. Some of the potential of it with very short sight lines and a Reinhardt swinging at you the whole time. And then obviously getting booped by Lucio. More of the first point is the more egregious one. When you go on the second point, when we were attacking, we got booped off the bridge, is just kind of crappy luck. And then Lucio makes sure that we are just taxing and ferrying people along as should be appropriately, but nothing egregious that I saw. Oh yeah, but that last beat, make sure we're holding it. Like I always say, until it says victory, the game mode is not over. Or I'm sorry, the match is not over. So we gotta wait until we see that victory to just pop stuff to pop stuff. Overall, though, it was much better than Oasis. Obviously, we won. So we'll go on to Paris to Thursday or Friday. That one shouldn't be too long. We did shit all during that map, so but overall on this, not bad. Again, a Reinhardt's, make sure that we're ferrying our whole team across. And also, like I said with that shatter, when the Reinhardt got us, when we were attacking, he flanked. Obviously, our Reinhardts want to keep track of their Reinhardts, but they obviously can't do that all the 100% of the time. Just make sure everyone's calling out when they see stuff like that happening. So, but overall, good scrim. I'm sorry, not a good scrim. That was a league match. That was a good map overall. Obviously, we won it. Wasn't perfect by all means, but it's good. It was good. So.